Hey, I'm Steve Burgoon from MotorDog Media, and we're here at the Cashman Center for the 2009 Las Vegas Bike Fest. We're here where the vendors are displaying their wares, and we're going to go in and check out what's going on. See you inside. One of the things that we do is we try to find out companies that are really have a good, solid web presence, and we noticed that when we looked at your website, that the quality and the design of that site is essentially the same kind of quality of your products. I mean, it's well designed. So tell me, when did you decide that you wanted to go online, and how did that happen?
Well, the web business augments everything we do with our dealers. As manufacturers, we have dealers representing our product. So we want to be able to facilitate our clients to see a product and understand how complicated and how involved each piece is. Now, it's difficult to see the magnitude of what we have done until you actually physically hold the piece. So if you build a website, it's got to be as good as it's humanly possible because of the magnitude of the detail we have. This piece, we're also doing a big thing with the UFC fighters. I don't know if you guys are familiar with UFC.
Yes, we are.
Okay, the UFC, we fly in one of their top fighters. They have to be a contender or a champion. We design a piece of jewelry for them, and then they wear it and promote it. This piece is Shane Carlin's piece, and he's going to be fighting for the heavyweight championship. We've made a piece for Ryan Bader, for Ephraim Escondero, and this is Shane Carlin's piece. We're talking to 3 or 4 other UFC fighters right now.
Well, that's great. Now, how does the website help you with all of that? Do they come to your website?
When people recognize a famous person like a UFC fighter, they see it on our website, then they see the piece that we designed for on behalf of that fighter, and it excites them, and they get more interested in what we're doing.
Now, do you sell online? Do you sell these pieces online?
We sell online, provided we do not have a dealer in the town where that individual is wanting to select a piece from.
Now,
if we have a dealer, then we send them to our dealer.
Who decided to go into the web, and how long ago did you decide to do that?
Well, from the very beginning, we were involved with the web, and
about when was that?
It was about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. Now, I've been in business over 30 years, but not specifically doing this line. But I figured from the very beginning that this line would have an expression that would be national, and it has actually grown to international. We're starting this year on the East Coast with a representative, and we're starting in Europe with a representative this year.
So your site, it supports all of that. How did you come up with the idea? What kind of effort and resources were necessary to get this site off the ground? Because it looks like it took a lot of time and effort.
Well, anybody that's involved with doing anything first class, you know that it takes a lot of effort and a lot of expertise. My expertise is here in manufacturing. Okay, my son-in-law, his expertise is in developing the website, and he's spent most of his time doing that.
Do you have any idea how much time he might have spent to put that whole thing together?
Well, it's an inordinate amount of hard work and just a lot of effort, and it's an ongoing process. You know, people ask me, you know, how long does it take to make a piece of jewelry like this? Well, the first piece may take me 2 weeks to design the concept, build the molds, and then after that, it may take 4 or 5 hours to build one piece. But how long does it really take to make a piece? It's the same thing with a website. It's an ongoing development.
Yeah, excellent, excellent. And so your website today is performing well for you. It's doing the kind of things that you want it to do.
It augments our business. It supports everything we do, and it represents the quality of our product. Everything we do, we try to do the very, very best that we can.
Excellent, excellent. Well, that's all I have, but we're sitting out here and we're going to send this out on the web itself, this little video that we're going to end up with. So is there anything you'd like to say to anybody else, or any last words?
Buy American.
All right. Thanks, George. Really appreciate it.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Now, what we want to do is we want to ask you a little bit about your website. And so what we're looking at is, since you're a 2009 company, we noticed that your website's pretty cool. So how did you get such a cool website so fast? Most companies have sucky websites. And why did you decide to do what you did?
Well, the website today, you know, I'm from the old school. I can hardly type or use a keyboard. But in our industry, more and more of our sales and marketing is coming right off the website. So it's more important tool. It's the most important tool you can have now. So one of the first things when I was developing this company is I started right off with getting a good website designed so that people can actually get on the website, see the wheels, And our next feature that'll be out before the end of the year is you're going to be able to virtually take my wheels and put them on different bikes on the website. So if you have a red bike, a Fat Boy, you can put a Fat Boy up, change it to a red bike, and try all my wheels on. So it takes some of the questions out of the market. So
now that kind of stuff is not cheap. So why did you decide to kind of do that? Do you see any return on that sort of investment?
Well, absolutely. You know, you have to differentiate yourself from all your competitors, and the website is the most valuable sales tool we have today. We get people all over the country. We travel all over the country, and they come in and we say, well, do you know what you're looking for? Yes, I've already spent a lot of time on your website. I've looked at this wheel, I've looked at that wheel, but when we come to these trade shows, they like to touch and feel, you know, because
right.
But the website it's more valuable than any magazine ads or any of that type of stuff that you can do today.
I see. So now, when people go on your website and they take a look at what you have to offer, are you getting any feedback with how they view your product line in comparison with some of the competition?
Well, absolutely, because we've spent a lot of money on the photography, so that when a customer gets on the website and they enlarge a wheel, they can see greater detail on the website than you can almost see in the wheel in person. So those are some of the things that we focus on. We just don't have wheel pictures on there, but we spent the extra time and effort to get them to where you can see the absolute detail of a wheel on the website. So when they get here in real life, or they receive their wheels at home, they're exactly what they saw on the website.
I see. So you're getting real value out of the effort that you've put forth on this venture.
Absolutely. You know, you can have a website, or it's like anything else. You can have a stock bike, or the more effort you put into your bike, the more attractive your bike is, and that's what we do with our website.
Well, very good. Well, listen, I appreciate your time. This is really, really great stuff, so thanks again.
Thanks for coming by.
My pleasure.
Okay.